Hi everyone, Lucas here, and today I want to talk about fear of taking photos on the street. I feel like sometimes people see my photographs and they think I'm the super confident person that I can just go out all the time and put my camera in front of anybody's face and like just take a shot no matter what. But that's not the case. So yeah, I feel like a lot of the time those people they just gonna see my photos and they think like, oh, Lucas is very confident, he doesn't care, he just go out and take those photographs. And that's not a reality for me, do you know? I'm not a super shy person, but I'm not like this overconfident man that would go out and like take whatever shot he wants it, you know? Some days I can't even like take proper photographs. I'll take photos on the street, but I can't really like break that fear, you know. We see a lot of things online, you know, we see a lot of people posting their photographs and then we think like all those photographers they have such a like big balls, you know, they're doing all those things. And sometimes we believe that we are not good enough or that we are afraid of doing. And then, like, I feel like people sometimes they get stuck in those things, you know. So I think it's just important for us to remember that, like, we can always learn something, you know. So that's why I decided to do this video because I think there are techniques, there are things that you can do to improve your street photography, to improve your fear of getting close to people. So I'm gonna give you a few tips that I think gonna help you how to improve this confidence and how to not be afraid of getting close to your subjects on the street and taking that shot, making that shot happening, right? And the first thing is you're gonna build your confidence gradually. If you're afraid of even taking a shot of a person that's like 5 meters away, you're gonna have to do this slowly, do you know? You're gonna have to maybe sometimes like, okay, today I'm gonna take a shot from like 3 meters away from my subjects, or today I'm gonna focus on something that's on the wall and I'm gonna wait until somebody passes in front of my camera and then take the shot, so that doesn't look so like that you're trying to take a photograph of. Then it's something that you're gonna have to know yourself. I can't tell like you what to do or like how to do it exactly because I'm not you, you know, everyone is different. But yeah, that's one thing that you have to sort it out and think about it. Where is your confident level? Do you know, if you never took a picture of someone on the street, maybe take a picture of like someone 5 meters away. They're like across like on the other side of the road, you know. The second thing is something simple, and I think some people take it for granted. But like you have to go outside to take photos all the time. You know, you can't like take photos once a month, twice a month and feel like, oh, I'm not getting better, I'm not getting confident. Come on, if you're not out there every day, you're not gonna get confident. You know, you have to be out there all the time. Okay, don't have to be every day, but like do as much as you can. You know, you're learning something, you're training something, so you have to be out there and doing it. You know, because I feel like sometimes people they don't shoot enough and they are like, oh, I can't do this and that, but it's like, come on, you're like out like once a month, you know. Going to the gym, right? You don't go to the gym once a week and you expect to get stronger or like better at it. You know, you have to go to the gym at least 3 times a week to get better or to feel a difference. So you have to do it more times than like just once. Be outside all the time. Don't take this for granted. If you want to be better, if you want to learn something, do it all the time. Okay, so tip number 3. When you're outside, one thing that you can do that I do all the time, say like if I'm gonna take a picture of someone, I'll have my camera with me and I always walk with my camera on my hand. I don't put my camera on my neck or somewhere that I can't get to my camera fast. So I always have the camera on my hand, maybe here close to my face, because sometimes I feel like if you do a very fast movement, the person they're walking, they're gonna be like, oh, what's happening? What's this guy doing? Do you know? But if your camera is here and then you're just like put in there, that's like a very subtle, something very natural, and like it's not weird, you know. You just like put your camera in your eye and it's just like easy enough than like you putting all the way like down and then up. So, you know, it's a very weird movement. So that's one thing that you can do. And like in the same topic tree, what you can do, what I do all the time, say someone is coming, I already like know what their distance, and I'll put my camera on my face and then I'm gonna take the shot, and as soon as I take the camera out of my face, I'm looking behind them. So a lot of people, they get confused. They don't really know if I took their picture or not, but I try like my best to not make any eye contact. I know that might sound a little bit like a dick, but that's something that works for me. Some people like a connection, some people like to make a compliment, but that really works for me. I rarely have someone stopping me or like complaining or being like, did you take a photo of me? Do you know, like sometimes I can feel that a person stopped and looked back, but another thing that I do, I never look back. I just take their photograph and I keep walking. Of course, if they want to talk to me, if they want to ask something, I'm gonna stop and be respectful and explain to them what happened, like why did I do that. But like it's really hard to happen, you know, and I put my camera on people's face, and like a lot of the time they don't say anything, they just get confused. So that's the thing that I do every day. I do all the time. Take a photograph and then look right behind them. They're not gonna understand what happened. Tip number 4. Another thing that you can do that I don't do a lot, but I feel like a lot of street photographers, they do that, and I've seen a lot of people with flash doing this. They're gonna take a photograph and they're gonna kind of compliment something on the person. They're gonna be like, oh, I like your shoe, I like your hair, you look great today, and usually the person just gonna smile and then you go with your day. I don't do this a lot because I think it kind of destroy my flow. I like going out and taking photographs and not really talking to a bunch of people. Sometimes I have a fun connection, or like I'll meet someone that's really nice. It is fun, but most of the time I think I just like doing tip number 3 and then walking about and taking those shots. Tip number 5, go out with friends. You know, you don't have to go out with a big group, but sometimes if you go out with like another friend or 2 friends, you can see them shooting and you can feel more confident because you have your friends there with you. If something happen, everyone can talk together and calm down the situation, and that's really helpful. I think when I started, I used to go out with people all the time. I first of all, I enjoy going out in a group to take photographs. It was just like nice, and I also learned a lot because I was watching those people taking their photographs and how they were approaching, and everyone has something different. Like everyone has something to teach you. It's like it's something that I find it really important. Watch other photographers, you know, watch videos like this, and you're always gonna listen people like talking about it, like how is their process, and I think that's really helpful for us to learn. So find friends, make friends, and there are photographers as well, and go out together. You're gonna have each other to learn, to back each other up, and it's gonna be really fun. Tip number 7, if you're really nervous of doing this on the street, another thing that you can do, sometimes if there is an event in your city, if there is something happening, like here in Dublin we have St. Patrick's Day, which is a very big event. It is a very nice day to go out and take pictures because people don't really care. If you're really afraid, try to find an event, try to find something happening in your city. Bring your camera with you, bring your friends with you, and have a good day. You know, most people are going to be fine about you taking their photographs. You know, it's just like you have to go out and try it. You have to get your camera, go out after watching this video, get your camera, go outside and start taking those photographs. I'm usually outside every day and I take a lot of photographs of people. Most of my work is focusing on people on the street. I barely had a problem. It's like I don't know why. I used to think like street photographers, they get in trouble all the time, but like if I'm very realistically, I barely had a problem taking photographs. I had problems like 3 times, 4 times, I don't even remember. And most of those times they were like completely fine. I remember once I was with a flash and then I took a photograph of this person and they stopped me straight away and they were like, why did you take me this photo? Why did you take my photograph? Can you delete that? Can you like, please, I don't want you having my photograph. And they were really nervous. And then like I just explained to them, I was like, look, I'm shooting on film. I can't really delete this. I personally, if somebody asks me to not share their photograph, I don't share their photograph just like out of respect, but you don't have to do this. You know, it's just me personally. That's one thing that I do. So I just made sure to tell this person that I was like, look, I'm not going to share a photograph. And then after a while, they calm down. I have other situations. There was another time that I was walking across the street and I have a series of photos of people sneezing. So very stupid. Every time that I'm outside and I see someone sneezing, I take their photograph, right? And some people don't like this. Don't know why. And I took a photograph of this man. He was crossing the road and took a photograph of him. And then he crossed the whole road and then he stopped and I was like, did you take my photograph? Delete it right now. And then he wanted me to talk to him in the middle of the road first. And I was like, look, I'm not going to do this. If you want to talk to me, let's cross. We cross. And then he was like, I'm gonna call the guards on you. You have to delete my photograph. That's completely illegal. You can't do this. You can't do this. But I know the law. I know that you can't do this in Ireland. It's totally legal. And I tried to explain to him, and then he was getting angry and angry and angrier. And then I was like, after a while, that I was trying to explain to him that I was being nice. I just was like, look, I'm gonna leave. If you're not happy, you can call the guards, but I'm gonna leave right now. I knew I wasn't on the wrong, so I just start walking away, and then like he really didn't do much. Things gonna happen, you know, and sometimes you're gonna have to explain what you're doing, and it's fine because we're not doing anything wrong, you know. You're just like taking photos. So I think it's important as well to know what to say when a person stops you and asks you, why did you take my photograph? I think you always have to be nice and you always have to be upfront and tell them, look, I take photos on the street and I like maybe this on you or I like the background. Just explain something to them and tell them why did you take their photos. Don't lie. As a bonus tip, I want to give you an exercise, a thing that I do for like to help me get better in getting close to people on the street and breaking this fear is an exercise that I do all the time. I did it with friends before and he always helped me and I think it's something that always help people around me. During the whole day, I'm gonna get my camera and I'm gonna set my focus for a meter distance. Or like again, see where you are. You don't have to be a meter away, but like you can maybe put a meter and a half, 2 meters from my subject. And all the photos on that day, I have to take photos that are just a meter away from my subject. At the start, if you're not used to it, you're gonna feel very nervous. It's something that you're gonna be like, it is stressing because a meter away from someone, it's like very close, you know, but it gonna help you. I get my camera and then I go out, and the entire day I take photos. They're just a meter away from people. Again, at the start, I get a little bit nervous, and then I feel like after 30 minutes, you're gonna start feeling a little bit more in a flow, and then just start to be like second nature. You know, you just start to relax, and you'll be like, oh, I already took like 10 frames and everything was fine. You start enjoying, you know, and it's something that gonna make you a better photographer. They're gonna make you more confident. Do this for a whole day or like for a few days, whatever like you think gonna help you. And I guarantee that you gonna lose this fear, or at least you're gonna improve like 90%, because if it's something that you put yourself in that situation, you have to do it. And also in this exercise of taking a meter away a shot from someone, I make sure that my subject saw me taking their photograph. When I say a meter away, I'm not telling you to get your camera and take a hip shot. You know, I'm telling you, put your camera on your face and take the shot. Make sure that your subject saw you doing it. I think this is gonna help you build confidence. You know, make sure that they saw it. But yeah, try this exercise and let me know in the comments what you think, if it helped you or how was it. And also like let me know if you have any tips on how you overcome that fear. If you do something that helps you as well, let me know in the comments. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I helped you somehow. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.